Your mom says, "Wake up! You are going to be late," your mother shouted from the kitchen. You say, "I'll get up," you said in your sleepy voice. You got up, got dressed, and went to the living room. You say, "Good morning." You say, "I will take this and go out." You said and took an apple from the table, then started walking toward the front door. Your mom says, "Come eat first and then you will go to school." You say, "I have to hurry to school because I will be late." "Don't worry, I will eat at school." You went out. Your mom says, "Eesh, this girl." Taehyung says, "Leave her. She does not want to eat because she is fat." Your mom says, "Yeah, don't talk like that about your sister." Taehyung says, "Aish, okay. You are not fat. Your brother only wants to joke with you. You are a new student in this school. The reason you moved here is because in your previous school, all your friends used you for money because you are rich. You came to this school to find your true friends, and you decided to look poor because that way you could see who really wanted to be friends with you. You saw a girl in the hallway and decided to ask her where class B2 was because you were new. You say, "Hello, can you tell me where the B2 classroom is? I'm a new student here." You smiled at her. Someone says, "Ah, yes, of course. Just go straight and turn right and you will immediately see the classroom." You say, "Thank you so much." The girl just nodded and smiled, and you started walking to the classroom. The bell rang and you entered the classroom. Teacher says, "So today we have a new student. Please introduce yourself, dear." Smiles. You say, "Hi everyone, I'm Kim. I hope we will get along." Male says, "She should not be here." Sejong says, "Yes, you are right. Look at her, she is so ugly." Sejong says, "We are more beautiful." Nail says, "Yes, of course." Nail and Sejong are bad girls at school. They bully all the students. Teacher says, "You can sit wherever you want." You nodded and sat down. Time skip. Class was over and everyone started packing their things. While you were gathering your things, a girl and a boy came to you. Nayeon says, "Hi, I'm Nayeon. Nice to meet you. Can we be friends?" You say, "Oh, hi, I'm new here. Nice to meet you too, and sure, we can be friends." Jungkook says, "Hi, I'm Jungkook. Nice to meet you," he said shyly. You say, "Hi, I'm new here. Nice to meet you too." Nayeon says, "Do not care about Nail and Seong. They are always like that. We are now your friends." She smiled. Jungkook says, "Yeah." You say, "Thank you so much, guys." Nayeon says, "It's okay. Let's go write homework together in the library." Jungkook says, "Yeah, let's go. Do you want to come?" You say, "Yeah, sure." You left the classroom and went to the library. Jungkook says, "Hey guys, let's not write the homework." Nazen says, "Eesh, we just started." Jungkook says, "But I do not want to write homework. It's boring." He smiled. Nayeon says, "Do not blame him. He is always like this." You nodded? Huh, you are a person who likes to read interesting books, so you went to look for one that you would like to read. You say, "Aish, why can I not get the things I like?" You put your hand on the shelf to pick up the book you wanted to read, but you could not reach it because it was too high. Howth? While you were trying to pick up the book, someone came up behind you and picked up the book. You turned to see who it was. Jungkook says, "You want to take this book?" He showed the book in his hand. You say, "Yes." Jungkook was very close to you. Your back was touching the bookshelf, and his left hand was placed on the shelf beside you. You say, "Thanks." You took the book from his hand and ran away. You say, "Good morning." You said and sat next to Nayeon and Jungkook. Jungkook says, "Good morning." Nayeon says, "Good morning." You say, "Ayush, I'm late again." Jungkook says, "No, you are not." Naeun says, "Yeah, the teacher has not come yet." 30 minutes later. After some time, the class was over and everyone started packing up and getting ready for the next class. Nayeon says, "Hey guys, do you want to have something to drink until the next class starts?" Jungkook says, "Yes." You say, "Yeah, sure." When you wanted to get up from the chair, you felt something sticky, as if someone had put glue on your skirt. Nail says, Oh, who did this? Haha. Sejong says, are you okay? Ha ha ha. Hat, they came close to you. Sejong says, oh, look at the poor girl, guys. She shouted deliberately for everyone to hear. Nayeon says, why did you do this? She did nothing to you. Mail says, she does not belong here. Sejong says, yes, look at her. Ha ha. Nail and Sejong looked at you and laughed. Mayun says, stop joking around, otherwise it will be bad. Nail says, haha, what? Sejong says, what will you do? Nothing. Haha. Nail says, haha. Jungkook approached them, and they stopped. Jungkook says, if this happens again, be careful, because I will make the whole school laugh at you. When they heard this, they left the classroom. Jungkook approached you. Jungkook says, are you okay? You nodded? Jungkook took off his jacket and put it around your waist. He put his jacket around your waist so no one would see the glue that had been put on your skirt. You say, thank you, Jungkook. Jungkook says, no problem, it's okay. Naeun says, aw, these two surely love each other, she murmured. It's been a few weeks since you came to the school and you found your true friends. You say, hey Jungkook, can you come to the school rooftop after this class? Jungkook says, yes, sure. Nayeon says, will you tell him? She whispered to you. You say, yes. After class. The class was over and you were waiting for Jungkook to come to the rooftop. Jungkook says, he said and came to you. Jungkook says, why did you want me to come here? Did anything happen? You say, no. You say, I want to tell you something. Jungkook says, okay, tell me. You say, I lie, I like you. Jungkook says, sorry, but. You say, it's okay, I understand. Jungkook says, I don't like you, I love you. You looked at him, confused. Jungkook says, yes, I love you too. You say, You hugged him and he hugged you back. You woke up and decided today to tell your friends the truth that you are rich and not poor, but you worry they would not understand why you did it. You say, I hope they will understand me. You put on makeup. Today was the first time you put on makeup and dressed nicely, because you did not wear makeup and did not dress nicely when you started school. Makeup outfit. You got ready and went to school. Boy 2 says, wow, who is this girl? Boy 5 says, she is pretty. Boy 31 says, wow, she is so hot. Girl 21 says, yeah, shut up, I'm your girlfriend. How can you talk like that? Everyone was amazed and did not recognize you. You saw your friends and went to them. You say, hi, sweetie, smiles. Nayeon says, pardon, who are? Nayeon says, wait, yeah? You say, yeah, I'm new here. Jungkook looked at you with wide eyes and did not believe what he saw. You say, I want to tell you something. Nayeon says, okay, tell us. You say, I'm rich, I'm not poor. I did this just to find my real friends because in my previous school. Nayeon says, really, you are not poor? You say, yes. Are you mad at me? Nayeon says, nope. You say, thank you so much. Jungkook was still looking at you and did not say a word. You approached him. You say, hi, baby. Jungkook calls out to you. You say, what? Jungkook calls out to you. You say, what? Jungkook says, you look so hot. He whispered in your ear. You say, tea. Male says, hi, pretty. Sejong says, hi, sweetie. You say, I'm sorry, but I don't talk with people like you. They were astonished, pretended not to hear it, and left. Nail says, wait. Sejong says, what? Nail says, no. Is that? Sejong says, oh yeah. Sejong says, Aish, I told you not to do that to her. Nail says, no, I did not say anything. You told me to put glue on her skirt. Sejong says, no, I did not say anything. And they started arguing. Jungkook pulled you by the wrist. You say, yeah, where are we going? Nayeon says, Ah, I knew these two love each other and I'm still single. Aish. A.N. besties, we are not done here. You say, where are you? Ha, he opened the door of an empty classroom. He closed the door and put his hands between you. You say, Jungkook, what? Jungkook says, shh, don't. He came closer to you. Jungkook says, we still don't have our first kiss, right? You say, When he approached, your heart started beating very fast. You cannot describe it. Jungkook says, can I? You nodded. He got closer and closer to you and kissed you very softly, and you kissed him back. You could hear his heart beating. It was beating very fast because he was very close to you. You broke the kiss. You say, Jungkook. Jungkook says, please don't say anything. He said it and kissed you again.